The southeastern red-tailed black cockatoo is an incredibly rare bird. It's one of the most iconic and most endangered species in the southeast region and southwest Victoria. The critically small population of around 1,500 individuals is still thought to be declining based on poor breeding success and the ongoing loss of habitat. The southeastern red-tailed black cockatoo is a pretty fussy eater. It only feeds on the seed of 3 different food trees, and that being desert and brown stringybark and seasonally on bull oak. The only way that we can build and sustain a healthy population of red-tailed black cockatoos is basically by putting more food in the landscape and protecting the existing habitat that we've got. And projects like the Cockies Helping Cockies project are huge landscape projects which are helping, to create that food resource for our cockies.
This is a real partnership with Landholders, and really they're the champions of the project. It's been very much about working with them, asking them what they wanted to do and how they'd like to see the project rolled out. And it was really from all that survey work that we were able to develop 5 principles that we have really stuck by, that we felt was really important and what the landholders wanted. Now along the way we realised there was a 6th principle. We stay until it's finished. We need to keep working until the site is complete. Some years are better than others. We need to backfill sites until they are successful. We started in 2009 and we started with a demonstration site of 5.6 hectares. So 1 site, and we're now up to 100 sites, looking at 10 years down the track. We've stretched from Lucindale to Narracourt across the ranges, protecting and revegetating stringybark habitat. We tailor the work for each individual property, but what we tend to feel is we're actually working on a landscape scale. We're working from neighbour to neighbour, connecting through to roadside stringybark habitat, connecting through to heritage sites and then onto conservation parks. So we're really connecting the dots on the sites across the landscape. And this is really important because it's creating food highways for the birds. Since the project started, we've fenced over 340 hectares of remnant vegetation and we've revegetated 239 hectares. This year we had redtails feeding on our 9-year-old stringybark planted at our very first revegetation site. This is the first time this has been recorded that we know of. To go from seed to feed in under 10 years is extremely rewarding and further enforces that our targeted approach is really working.
We were approached by Cockies Helping Cockies. We thought it'd be a great project to help us drive us where we want to go. It's worked in really well. We wanted the shelter already and it's great we could help out with the red-tailed cockatoo scheme. We started 8 years ago, and I wish my grandpa started putting the tree lines in 50 years ago. It's a huge benefit. I'd say anyone that hasn't started, start now, you'll benefit from it. They range from 16 metres wide to 1 or 2 k's long. We try and have a good mixture of shrubs and trees. The red-tailed cockatoos, you see them probably come for 3 months of the year, and every day they'll fly up and down the road.
I purchased this property in 2006. Instead of revegetating, which is long and timely, it was a better idea to fence off the existing mature trees. I have fenced off, today it would be somewhere between mostly 12 and 15% of the property is fenced off and left as remnant vegetation with no livestock grazing. I would recommend that people save remnant at all cost. When the cockies turn up and we see the chewings on the ground, or we see a flash of red when we drive past a tree, we're always very excited and ring round and tell everyone they're here. I don't have any nests, but I have roosting points, and so, maybe for a month or 6 weeks in a year, they spend their entire time here. So there might be anywhere between, 7, or there could be as many as 50 or 60. And so that's a really exciting time, and you have the camera and watch what they do on a daily basis. So that's exciting, and especially to share that with people.
I guess we've probably become much more aware of them because we're involved in saving their habitat. It's been a great program because it's been a very easy program to be involved in, and it was a really flexible program. You could sort of do whatever you wanted. You could fence off older trees or plant tube stock, you could seed, you could do it anywhere that was reasonably consistent with where they've been sited, and it's I think it's been wonderful. It's just been a very easy program to get along with, not too much paperwork and not too much red tape.
I really haven't had any landholders that have said no, that they don't want to actually do some works, and I think the secret to that is we're happy to work on whatever scale the landholders are able to work on. The project is very much about the people as it is about the bird. It's really important we continue to ask, to listen, to adapt, and to support landholders to ensure that red tails remain in the landscape for future generations.